buy these things all the time from caterers, from a number of established businesses that are on Instagram, and it was very early in the morning. This is about is this 6:30 or 7
When was
on
this?
this yesterday, Sunday
Okay.
morning,
Wait,
and
someone scammed on a Sunday, the
on this
Lord's Day. How dare they?
and so it was me letting my guard down and not paying attention. But so that early morning, I think I was still groggy or whatever. I don't know who sent me to just jump on Instagram. I saw the ad, and there was this enticing price of what is it? I think it's salmon that they were offering,
Mm.
about 30 kilograms of it for about 30,000, I think, which brings it, which is about, a
Mm.
kilo, 1,000 per kilogram, which is insane. And I thought, because their store is all the way in, is it Ogun State or something?
Right.
I was like, okay, well, maybe it's because they're far away. They've got some fish farm where they're able to get this stuff, and then they ship it down to Lagos. And without even thinking, I mean, the name of the account that they've provided will match the name of the business,
Mm.
and I've done pay before delivery, right? Before with other establishments, and so sent the money, and then they were like, oh, it will be delivered at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 4 o'clock
Mm.
arrives. I'm like, hey, it's not here yet. They're like, oh, don't worry, they are going to be there shortly. Oh, at 4:30. Next thing I know, they block me
Wow.
from accessing the accounts on it, and can't even use the number is also shut off, right?
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Now the thing is, I had to contact my bank since I sent a transfer to their bank,
Mm.
rather, and they then said, actually, it's not really one of the deposit money banks. This is one of the other financial institutions that offer
Right.
accounts, like the microfinance banks and so on. So they said to follow up today. I suspect the money's already been withdrawn. But someone tweeted me. I was like, look, there are red flags everywhere, and this is just basically what I want to share
Mm.
with folks. First of all, I was like, okay, they only have 455 posts and almost 20,000 followers. That's not very organic. They definitely bought the page.
Right.
The price. This is the one that me of all people should have known this, because I know that I've been shot. Salmon is really expensive, and he's like, okay, the prices are downright ridiculous. 1 kilogram of salmon is about 12,000 naira, right? That's two, and then the business locations are always too far away for a physical visit. Those are the three red flags. So I completely, maybe because it was early in the morning, completely missed missed the red flags, and so now that those funds are gone. Now I was told, though, someone did say that I could take evidence of not the delivery not happening and take it to a court and get the account garnished, and then also contacted some police folks who said they can, if the number comes on again, if anybody, because I actually have people on Twitter, excuse me, Instagram, who follow the account, right?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if they. I doubt they've ordered anything. Maybe they're just following it just to place an order one day or whatever. But um, um, just folks just have to be very wary. And now I'm one of the folks. I have to be very wary of those red flags. And I
Mm.
have to say this for e-commerce. This is one of the reasons why I don't know when it comes to clothing and electronics, I don't do e-commerce because I'm not going to pay for one of these things until I see it
Mm.
myself, right? But for food, for some reason for food, because I've patronized other businesses, I've come to just pay for food before it arrives, and I don't know, my blinkers were off, and just did not see it. So folks, please be very, very wary of these of okay, Benga Kambo, see Benga's message. Did you see that? He said ha what is it? He says ha 12,000 per kilo, and they offer 1,000 per kilo. That is really a red flag. But thanks, Benga.
Mm.
So again, I think there has to be a perfect storm for you want to fall victim to these things. It just, your guard has to be down. I was in the mood for fish that morning, and I was like, okay,
Right.
this is what I want to eat this evening. I'm looking forward to this, and I just did not pay attention at all. But I'm gonna go after these guys. I mean, I'm going. I mean, it's. I'll have an update from the bank later on today, and we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna pursue I'm gonna pursue all avenues that can be pursued to get it
Mm.
back. But folks, you know the red flags. Do check these posts out. Also, get a referral from someone else if possible. Asking, have you used these folks before? Have you ordered anything from them?
Mm.
Call the number. Um, you know, double check if they're registered with. I mean, to start double checking if they're registered with CAC and all that Corporate Affairs Commission, you probably want to take that step. But just be very wary. And the thing is, in fact, to avoid all this, and sadly, this is going to be a ding on e-commerce. Do payments after delivery. Probably want to insist on that because that's the only way to avoid the fact. And if I had mentioned that, maybe they would have said no, we can't do that. But I should have insisted. So it's just one of those things. You just gotta watch out. You
So
just have to watch out.
I'm looking at this page, and there are a few things that are already rubbing me off the wrong
Okay,
way.
you're on the page, right? So
Yes.
I think what I'm gonna do anyway, I will have somebody else attempt to place an order. Call them, keep them on the
Mm.
phone, and then get my police folks to trace the call and see how they can. Yeah, but what is off? What are you noticing?
Okay, so they literally sell everything,
Yeah,
and no store or no online store or no brick and mortar store sells everything.
yeah.
So there's dry fish, there's fresh fish, there are onions, there are even live gators or crocodiles. I'm not too sure what this animal is, but it's really creepy looking.
Yeah,
Then there's udara, there's soup,
yeah,
cooked soup, and then there are mangoes, and then there are spices. So at first glance, I would be, and then there's meat as well, and I think this is bushmeat, right?
yeah.
So and then there are raw tomatoes. Even in a market, you have to move from store to store.
Right.
You can't get everything in one place. So
Yeah,
that would be the first red flag for me.
yeah.
And then looking through the comments, people ask, how much is this? And they never respond. They just respond with the phone number.
Mm.
Nothing like, there is no interaction with the people who are making inquiries. And that's not something you'd expect from a serious business.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's another red flag when they're not interacting with people. They just put in a number because it's all about send me a message, call me.
Mm-hmm,
That's
mm-hmm,
it.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then also looking at it, their posts, a lot of these posts are from January up until now. So in about less than 3 months,
Yeah.
how did you rack up so many posts, so many followers, and
Mm.
then they have no likes on them?
Right.
Right. So that's another red flag for me.
Mm.
And let's see what else.
See, all this I didn't do. I just saw the ad. I was like, salmon, boom. I
Mm.
sent a message. Do you do this? Boom. They're like, yes. Didn't even bother to. So thank you, Zibby. I mean, all this, what Zibby is going through now, you guys, please do make sure that you do that as well. What was Yinka saying? This thing pains me, Rotus. Oh, sorry, brother. That's the issue I have with these businesses without visible addresses, because there's got to be an address where we can go and say hi to them. Wahala for one chop salmon.
And then most importantly, Rotus, if it's too good to be true,
It probably.
it probably is.
Marcel, Rotus, they exploited your vulnerability. Sorry about that. Thanks, Marcel.
But this also brings the question about social media. What do these social media sites do to actually protect their users? Because you get a lot of these scams going on Instagram, on Twitter. Are they not in some way responsible for the content that is put out there?
Well, I mean, anybody can open an Instagram account, right? So I'm putting the less with Instagram and a bit more with the financial institution that is.
Mm.
So there has to be a BVN or an NIN behind that
Right.
account. I hope that, because that's another thing I'm going to pursue, is the financial institution that they're with, making sure that they have a trace to the person.
Mm.
So I'm really going to go after this. I mean, it's not an amount of money that's thankfully I'll be wailing over, but I could have used that funds to good use. But I am going to pursue this to see how far it goes. So yeah, let's see here. Linda, Rotus, my colleague, got scammed too last week by the
Oh,
same.
wow.
After paying for 30K beef, we later discovered all the red flags too late. Linda from Yaba. The account, yeah, that's it. That is the. You see, how can this account be? And people on Twitter replied to us saying this same account. So I'm gonna go after them. I'm gonna. There's got to be. They can't keep doing this over and over and over again. I know. So we're gonna pursue this as far as we can. What did you say? I know we're out of time already. They don't allow you to post on their pages. Yep. Genochuku Sorry, bro. Thanks for the information. I was a victim of another another company, and they have a BVN number. Look at that. Look at that. Dalvin says Rotus, I feel you. Guys, thanks. Thank you so much. Zibby, we will pursue this. I will give you guys an update. Since Linda has a friend has been a victim, others on Twitter, we'll pursue this and see how far we go.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for listening. And Rotus, I really hope you get your money back and those people get apprehended for their crimes.
We'll see. Thanks, Zibby. Thanks for your messages, guys.
Do stay with us. There's a lot more to come on the Smooth Breakfast.
To you.
All right.
All right. See ya.
See you tomorrow.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Hi, Zibby.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Alive.